Hey there everybody, and welcome to my yearly playthrough of Pikmin, and I hope you guys are here to enjoy it because I just do this casually every year because it's my favorite game. I love Pikmin, very good game, 10 out of 10, IGN. Anyways, let's jump right in. Yeah, I have been playing this game since launch day 2001, and last year I actually, I still have my old save data. I'm just gonna erase those. Oh, right. I'm playing with a new remote this year. Oh, I can't do that. Let's go here. Last year I did a speed run of the game, in which I beat the game in I think it's 54th place. I think I'm 56th now. 2 people have beat me out for that, but that's fine. Out of 100 players in the world. So I am the top 100 Pikmin players in the world, and I would go for a better record, but I can only really record this through emulation right now. Let's go. My name is Captain Olimar. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out, and I awoke on the surface of a weird planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. The engine is gone. I'm stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate this planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. My life support systems can function for only 30 days. If I can't repair the dolphin by then, no. Better not to think about it. I must find the missing ship parts. God, it's been a while. Every year I consider doing Pikmin 2, but then I end up coming down to the conclusion that I think Nintendo cares a lot more about Pikmin 2, so I'm staying away from it for now. Gotta wait for Pikmin 4 to come out, and they'll stop caring as much about Pikmin 2. A strange thing has appeared before me. I had barely begun my search when it reared up as if it were waiting for me. It then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. I shall call this an onion too. Oh, I love Pikmin. Ah, it's great. Come on. Get out of there. The seed that the onion dropped took root in the soil and has now produced an adorable little sprout. The sprout emits a strange light, and it sways back and forth without benefit of wind. I cannot help but think it is calling to me. I am compelled. I must approach it and press A. Just like all video game protagonists. Extraordinary. When I plucked the sprout, it turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Being it has done no visible damage, it just stands there, staring at me. Its shape is similar to the Pick brand carrots I love so much. I believe I shall call it a Pikmin. Here I am, stranded on a toxic planet, fighting to survive, and yet I'm intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try to grab it and throw it with A, and then I will call it to my side with B. Perhaps it will react to X and the C stick as well. The following controls appear to allow me several viewpoints. Pressing L rotates the camera, hold to make it follow the cursor, pressing R zooms in and out, and pressing Z changes your angle. I must survive. I need to familiarize myself with these controls and my surroundings. Shush up. I do this every year. I read off the same tutorial every year too. Astonishing. The onion has sown more seeds. The small red pellet the Pikmin harvested after cutting down a flower appears to be some type of food that can propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to be a sort of incubator. Needless to say, I must study this strange life form more. Come on, you. Day one has to be over sooner. Let's go. Now, there are a few pellets in this first stage that are easy to miss, and I usually... Oh, right. And I usually do miss at least one of them. I'm gonna try and get them all. I don't usually miss any of them, but I do notice people do usually, especially if it's their first playthrough, miss at least one of them. Now, I don't. I've been playing this game for 21 years. This is the first video game I ever remember actually beating myself by myself. And yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Hopefully one day I'll be able to record from official hardware and beat the game that way. Come on, over here. We need this one. Yeah, the pellet up there on that stump up there is usually what I notice most people miss if they're going through this area their first time. Get on there and help them carry it. There's something that's not available in this stage. Well, I mean, there it is if you just wait around long enough, but I don't recommend you do that. It's a drain on your sanity. And also a drain on my sanity. But if you wait around long enough, these Pikmin will turn into buds and then flowers, which is the life cycle of the Pikmin. They go from leaf to bud to flower, and then sometimes they'll die in battle and return to seeds. And from there on, you can pluck them again the next day. I think that's pretty interesting. I don't think it's common in the next game for that to happen at all. It's at least not communicated in the same way or as common as it is in this game. But the second game, you also lose far less Pikmin. Will stand a chance to lose far less Pikmin above ground. The Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups to perform tasks that would be impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all I've learned of Pikmin conduct. Approach and press A to pick sprouts, press A to grab Pikmin, release to throw, press B to call them, press X to dismiss, use the C stick to command and control the group. L, R, and Z control your perspective. I shall record all of these into my computer. I can press Y to access the computer. Yep, that's what this is. I've already done that. You have a bunch of tutorial things here, which is really cool. You can just view it at any time, and it is a 3D image of a Gamecube remote, and I love that. I think in the Wii version it's different. I'm not sure, though. Come on, get them all. I also can you in the Wii version play with a GameCube remote? Because there's a lot of Wii versions of games you can play with GameCube remotes. It wouldn't be surprising to me if you could, but I'm not sure off the top of my head. I have significantly less time logged in the Wii version of the game, so I suppose that makes sense. I never got into the Wii version like I got into the GameCube version. The GameCube version was just how it was for me. That's how I played it for many, many years until they actually released the Wii version in North America. Here's an engine. Amazing! There's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I have already stumbled upon the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how will I get back to the Dolphin? Get it back to the Dolphin. I know how I'm getting back to the Dolphin. And unlike one of the endings, it's not in a casket. Activating this a second time actually gets you a little bit of flavor dialogue. Just run up to it and press A. The Dolphin's main engine. It was pure luck that I found this piece first. With this, I can at least lift off. However, you, don't get any special dialogue whatsoever, aside from my contrary belief that I keep seeming to have in my head. Oh. You don't, if you don't analyze it first and just take it to the ship. There's nothing special for that. When many Pikmin seeds sprout at once, I find it rather tedious to pluck them from the ground individually. My wife always told me I was no good at routine tasks. I guess I'll try to get it all done at once by repeatedly tapping A until I pick all the Pikmin from the ground. I notice that when I add Pikmin to my group, they become filled with excitement and flushed with bright color. At other times, they revert to a paler hue and give off a dim glow. Paying close attention to these differences is bound to help me distinguish between Pikmin. Yeah. Tutorial. I've been through this game so much, I'm just reading off the tutorial for everyone watching at this point. Alright, you guys. You know what to do. You seem altruistically motivated, and that makes me scared. I live in America. Why aren't you charging me money? Come on. A little bit faster. Oh, look at that beauty. Oh, glorious. With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back toward home. My ship can once again lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly. But what has become of the remaining parts that... parts. That search starts tomorrow. Words. Why is it suddenly so hard? At the day end, if you leave any Pikmin behind, except on the first day, they might fall prey to the creatures at night. The reason you lift off into the air at night is because the, of course, surface of the planet is dangerous to you and most of the creatures. For some reason, are nocturnal. That's a thing. Or burrowing, and they just happen to come out more at night because their eyes are very light sensitive. In the case of certain creatures. One day since impact, I have somehow managed to launch the Dolphin, but I was surprised to see the Onion lift off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface, or have they merely decided to join me for other reasons? Either way, it seems they will help me again tomorrow. I think by the time I started playing this game, I was so normal, it was so normal to me, I was so used to, like, level systems, because at this point in my life, I hadn't played as many games as I have now, which is close to, or possibly above, 3,000. So I didn't think the Onion would lift off with me, and when it did, I got really excited, because I was like, that's a new thing? Oh, that's really new. And it's just stuck with me, that feeling of joy ever since, and now it's a feeling of nostalgia whenever I see it. Let's go. The Dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on planet Hocotate. Analysis shows my life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair my dolphin in such a short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. As it holds the keys to my survival, I name it the Forest of Hope. I explore it tomorrow. At every end day, you get a report on how well you did on the Pikmin you grew, the Pikmin you lost in battle, and the ones you left behind, like I just talked about, and thankfully on the first day, I don't think it's possible to leave any Pikmin behind. Don't quote me on that. I know there's certainly mods that change that. But yeah. So on the first day, you can only ever grow 25 Pikmin. See you guys tomorrow for the Forest of Hope, which is possibly my favorite stage in a Pikmin game. I almost said a Fakemin game, like Fakemon from Pokemon. I don't know why. It's kind of stuck in my head lately. All right, that's it. Thank you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.